So 2003. Couldn't get any worse than 2002 for Patrick anyway, I guess.
Yeah.
Patrick hated last year. He struggled. He literally struggled to find movies that he likes, so...
Yeah.
This year was a little easier.
Oh,
Alright. Honorable mentions. Hulk. Yes, I actually enjoy Ang Lee's Hulk. You know, it's a very deep movie. It's not like the 2008 one with Ed Norton where it's just literally Hulk gonna smash. No, it was like deep, a little convoluted, a little odd, very odd movie. But you know, I like it. Not the greatest thing, but for a comic book superhero movie, I think it was ahead of its time because now we got things like The Dark Knight. It's like, yeah, we like these deeper superhero movies, and if the Hulk came out nowadays, I think people would think different of it. American Wedding. You know, after the first one, the sequels get kind of bloated, a little more fluffy and stuff, just kind of going for the raunch. But you know, I like it. I haven't seen American Reunion yet, but this is my favorite of the sequels. You know, it's fine. I thought it was funny. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the remake. You know, not a great movie, but because like the original I think is fantastic, but you know, it changed enough, and Arlie Ermy is just a creepy bastard as that cop, and Jessica Biel basically having a wet t-shirt contest for like the finale of the movie getting chased by Leatherface. Not the worst thing in the world, you know?
Yeah.
Kangaroo Jack, I liked it as a kid. By all accounts, it's probably a pretty terrible movie, but I enjoy it. Jerry O'Connell. You go from being the fat kid in Stand By Me to Jerry O'Connell dating Mystique from X-Men and stuff, you know? Not a bad bag of tricks. And it's also got freaking Michael Shannon and Anthony Anderson, so... yeah. And Too Fast, Too Furious. A terrible movie. This is so MTV. Cheesy, fluffy. Just trying to... almost like Triple X. It's just ridiculously bad. It's terrible, but I really enjoy it. Because, you know, I watched it a lot when I was younger, and I thought it was good. And I watched it now, I'm like, I hate it. It's bad, but I really get a kick out of watching it. And so I own the Blu-ray because I'm a horrible person. Any honorable mentions?
Just one. The American Wedding. Just because it was so fuck nutty, crazy, and I don't remember if this was a deleted scene or in the movie, but Stifler when he goes into the closet with the grandma.
No, that's in the movie.
It's in the movie?
Yeah.
That was fucking hilarious, but it just didn't make it.
Stifler's practically a linchpin in the movies. I mean, rightfully so, but I mean, every movie he's fucking something's happening on this.
Yeah.
Pretty raunchy.
And his gay scenes,
Yeah.
where he goes into the fucking gay bars and dances.
It is.
Hilarious, even to homophobes.
It's a good movie. Okay, my number 10, The Italian Job. Mark Wahlberg. I mean, hey, Jason, what are you doing over there? You in these Guy Ritchie films? You gotta come with me. We're gonna rob Edward Norton and a mustache. We got Charlize Theron and a lot of other people. Come on. I mean, let's do this. The Italian Job. It's an old Michael Caine film. It's a remake. I don't know how close it is to the original, but you know, I thought it was pretty funny. I mean, you got Seth Green running around, and he's always funny. The movie is really funny to me. The story, I don't want to even try and imagine how plausible it is, but I mean, the acting is good. It's a fun ride. I enjoyed it. Number 9, Kill Bill Volume 1. I mean, it's a Tarantino movie, and then you got Uma Thurman practically. I mean, just the one scene. She goes in there and kills how many people in that all the crazy 88s. Just limbs are flying everywhere, and then you got all the other cool showdowns with like Lucy Liu and Vivica Fox. I mean, fantastic movie. But if you don't like blood, I mean, stay away because you're probably gonna die.
Yeah. You'll probably pass out just by looking at it.
True. Dickie Roberts' former child star, David Spade. I mean, Joe Dirt. I love Joe Dirt. I really love this. It's just really good. I like it. He's this former child star. He's basically like Corey Feldman. And then it's just, oh, I want to be a star again. And then on the way, he gets a family. He gets to live a real life. Gets to live the childhood he never had. I thought it was funny. Had a lot of heart. I think this movie is a little bit picked on, but not as much as it probably could have been. Like how other David Spade movies are now, like Grown Ups and stuff. But you know, David Spade's okay. I really like the movie. Have you seen it?
I have Once Upon a Time. I don't remember a thing.
well, it's if you get a chance to see it, watch it again. Go in open-minded. You may enjoy yourself. My number 7, Bad Santa. Billy Bob, man, just raunchy. Oh, this movie's good. I mean, you know, Christmas. There's something about a good Christmas movie. There's something even better about a movie that completely shits on Christmas and says, you know what, fuck this holiday. This is horrible.
Yeah.
It's good. Billy Bob is like that guy that you probably should hate, but you know, if you see him in real life, you're probably gonna be like, I want to hang out with you. You smell like and booze and cigarettes, but you know, I want to talk to you at the bar. And then he'll probably mug you on the way out and stab you and steal your wallet. No, you never know. It depends on how drunk he is. He might actually defile your corpse, but you like him anyway. Number 6, Bruce Almighty. Jim Carrey. The last decade has not been kind to him, really. I mean, he had his ups. He had Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. I have a speech impediment. The one where he played the gay con man was that. I Love You, Philip Morris. Yes, Man. Like, he's had good ones, and then he's had a few bad ones. I'd have to think about it. Yes, Man is a good and a bad one in the same time. But I'd have to really think. What are his really bad ones? Oh, Mr. Popper's Penguins. That was atrocious.
I didn't like Yes Man.
I can understand why.
I thought that was just terrible, just raunchy comedy.
Morgan Freeman. My name is Morgan Freeman. Jim Carrey never played God again that day. Him and Jennifer Aniston, they have marriage troubles, but I made Jim Carrey God, and he had a lot of fun. Good movie, and Steve Carell plays a man that eventually becomes Moses because I came back. Morgan Freeman. You're number 5.
Okay, Kill Bill. We mentioned this before. It was basically the same thoughts that I had in my head, but he said them first. Other than the fact that you're going to pass out if you don't like the blood. If you're a squeamish person, do not watch this. Just telling you. Don't.
And my number 5, Freddy vs. Jason. I like Jason. I mean, how many times have I worn a Jason mask just fucking for no reason? Freddy's really cool. He's very imaginative killer. You know, do whatever the hell he wants. The laws of anything don't apply to him. Freddy's awesome. Jason, that fucking guy. He just walks around in his hockey mask. I don't care if you run 10 miles that way. He's gonna frickin' be there eventually, and then he's gonna stab you through a tree. And this showdown, you get a good cast. You basically get Silent Bob running around in there, or not Silent Bob, Jay. You get Jay, you get the American Pie fucking kid, you get a chick with boobs way too big to be an 18-year-old. And they're all going to get murdered by Freddy and Jason, even though Freddy literally kills one person. But Jason gets to kill them all. A really good showdown. Their fight, good lord, best thing in a horror film ever almost. Aside from the one showdown with about every horror icon in history about in Cabin in the Woods. But otherwise, really good. I like the movie.
I'm just going to say it. Pot smoking is not the best thing to throw into a movie, okay? Because it just makes every pot smoker seem like a dipshit, okay? Because yes, they're gonna get killed. Yes, obviously they're gonna get killed in the stupidest manner. And yes, they are gonna be tripping out when they die, okay? But pot smokers are sometimes the most creative motherfuckers that you can find.
Joe Rogan.
Yes! Okay? That's just one example, okay?
Kevin Smith.
Kevin Smith. Okay, now we'll drop it at that.
My number 4, Finding Nemo. A Pixar classic, you know. Nemo, he got kidnapped by these divers. Hey, let's go to the bottom of the ocean, get this little fucker and put him in a thing for the dentist office, you know. Nemo's dad's gonna get him at any cost. Sounds like Taken. Yeah. Well, it's Taken Pixar style, which, you know...
And it's the original.
It's before Taken. Taken ripped this off, but, you know, Taken Pixar style sounds good because it is. It's awesome. It's Pixar movie. I don't gotta say anything. Pixar. Good writing, good voice acting, lots of heart, good for your kids, good for you.
Good sharks.
Yes. Yeah, number 4.
Pirates of the Caribbean. Beautiful, beautiful movie. Love these ones. And recently, I think they went in a good direction with them because they started mainly focusing on Johnny Depp. I thought that was a good idea. A beautiful idea. Okay, what are you doing?
Savvy. No, that's just a 4, I remember. I
I
continue.
thought it was a beautiful idea that they went and focused on him more, because you're gonna get more comedy that you know you love. I mean, who doesn't enjoy listening to somebody go and say, okay, we need a crossbow, an hourglass, 3 goats, one of us is gonna learn how to play the trumpet while the other one goes like this. Who the hell doesn't love to hear that from Johnny Depp?
I'll admit, Johnny Depp's a likable guy. You know, the Pirates of the Caribbean, I've only seen the first. I swear to God, I can't get it up to watch the others, but I'll probably like it because I like Johnny Depp. You know, Keira Knightley, I think all she ever acts in is period pieces anyway, so not the worst thing in the world to look at. Orlando Bloom. Enough said. Literally all he did. Him and Keira Knightley both just like, I want a sword, and I want funny clothing, and I'm in heaven. That's all they do. Johnny Depp, you know, is it a mistake to make him the basically main character in every movie after this almost? I don't know because I haven't seen him. We'll see. He likes it. If you like Johnny Depp, it can't be the worst thing. I don't have a horse in this race. I enjoy the first.
I say just focusing on him was a good idea, and then getting rid of
Will Turner,
the freaking girl. They kept
Jeffrey Rush.
That's the actor's name?
Yes.
I thought it was a good idea to keep him because he was in the original. He was hilarious.
Alright, my number 3, Johnny English. I really like Mr. Bean. I think that humor is kind of, you like Mr. Bean or you don't. And Johnny English, basically Mr. Bean humor, but this time he can talk. And he's a somewhat suave British secret spy. And Rowan Atkinson is funny. What the fuck's it? Johnny English Reborn. They came out, like, what is it, 10 years after this? I thought that was good too. I mean, I think Rowan Atkinson, like, the actor as a whole, you either like his humor or you don't, because it's Johnny English and Mr. Bean, and I like it. I think it's really funny. I enjoy it. You got John Malkovich as the Frenchman, Pascal Savage. Yeah, it's funny. I like it. Your number 3.
Last Samurai.
Tom Cruise.
White man is a samurai. Very nice, very nice.
Jeez.
Never would have made sense in the real world, but in the movie, okay, I'll go with it. I'll go with it. I love this movie because it doesn't make much sense. What are Americans doing in Japan at this time? Is my question.
That might be historically accurate, but I don't know.
I don't think there was actually a white samurai, but because the Japanese apparently are like real strict on that fucking kind of shit back then. It was, but it might have been more historically accurate, but that kind of screwed it up.
If you gotta get someone, Tom Cruise ain't a bad choice. But
yeah, I know. he did pretty good. Like it, and it shows a man's perseverance to make it into this.
Yeah.
So I thought it was just a nice change of pace. Instead of being like, oh, well, I'm going to take it on. And then it's like, succeed. And it's like, no. This movie is not like that. It's like, he gets beaten, he gets punished, he gets, like, he's an outcast to the whole area. And all of a sudden, like, one little boy, he starts to sword fight. Some men come around, beat the fuck out of him with sticks. And then he starts. To me, I thought that was awesome because it wasn't just like, I'm going to go to Japan and I'm going to be a samurai, and then he does it. No. It's, I have no clue what I'm doing here. I'm basically a spy for the Confederacy, the American Confederacy, trying to sell gunpowder and shut down the samurais. And no, he defends the samurais.
Yes. I've not seen it, I must be honest. I still need to see that, along with Mystic River and Monster. Those are my honorable mentions given to you right now. Alright, number 2. A tie, but this tie makes more sense than some other ones I've done. 2 superhero films. One of them is going to be very controversial. I'll do the less controversial one first. X-Men 2, X2, X-Men United. I like it. X-Men 1, you know, it was good, but X-Men 2, after Spider-Man, was that superhero movie that's like, you know, X-Men 1 was good. This one can be great because we can get better X-Men in it than fucking Toad.
Yeah,
and that lame ass
sucked.
And Sabretooth, which has never worked in the movies. And like, bring in Nightcrawler. He's badass. And you got all the good actors coming back. Patrick Stewart, Ian McKellen, Hugh Jackman. The There's a few odd little parts. I mean, at the end, why did Jean feel the need to sacrifice herself? They could have written a way out of that, but they killed her because they wanted to do X-Men 3 with that story that didn't exactly work.
Yeah.
But I liked the movie. And then the other one, Daredevil. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it. I will admit the theatrical version of Daredevil is kind of bad. It's pretty lame, mediocre bullshit. The director's cut, however, which is what I'm putting on the list, basically, is good. I mean, Ben Affleck as an actor, in Kevin Smith movies, he's good. In his own movies, he's good, and in Daredevil, he's good. In, like, most, like, just Hollywood, hey, want a Hollywood star? Let's throw in Ben Affleck into Geely or Paycheck or something like that. No, he does not work because he doesn't want to be there. He wants to be in good movies. Daredevil, he liked the character. I thought he was good as Matt Murdock and Daredevil. Colin Farrell as Bullseye is just entertaining. Kingpin, Michael Clark Duncan, he was really good. He fit the role good. Jennifer Garner as Elektra. Odd casting, you might think, but she actually really fits the role well. She's like that type of woman that you don't think of as like a badass that'll kick your ass, but you know she fits the role good once you see her do it. I liked the movie. The story was deeper and all in the director's cut. Like, it was a better story. It was all much better in the director's cut is what I'm nominating.
What pissed me off about that fucking movie though was it was toxic waste that hit him in the face, right?
Like most superheroes eventually.
Yeah. But if that were to hit a child in the face, he wouldn't get blinded and then have superpowers. He'd die. Okay? There's no way around this. He'd flat out die.
There'd be some kind of corrosion of the brain and his head would crumble like a pumpkin child in Halloween 3.
I don't think there'd be any way to save a child from that. He'd flat out die. Okay?
I'll admit that part is pretty far-fetched.
Yeah.
You gotta get over the first bit. Okay, so the little Ben Affleck took toxic waste to the face and he lived. I don't know. But if you can go with it, you might be able to enjoy the movie. I'll admit, though, that is preposterous. But, that's almost, I think they wrote it almost as an homage because a lot of superheroes of that era, when it was written, basically took a toxic waste bath and got something.
Yeah, it's like, let's see. Spider-Man, bit by a radioactive spider. Or he could have just died from some venom.
Yeah.
It's like, really? You have to go and make him Spider-Man?
Toxic waste is very weird. I mean, 4 turtles can fall in it and just grow really big and talk.
Hulk.
I mean,
gamma rays? That shit can kill you faster than radioactive waste. That goes for...
Yeah. A lot of superheroes.
Let's see. Thing.
All the Fantastic Four
just all
got
the
hit by
Fantastic
space
Four just die.
Like, truthfully, a lot of superhero origins, it's either you can either become a hero or you turn to a washing machine or you die. You never know. Alright, you're number 1.
I didn't even get to say my number 2.
Oh, you're number 2. Well, that's because no one cares anymore. We have no rules, and this is ridiculous.
Hulk.
Ang Lee's Hulk.
Because it was just so deep. Deeper than most hero movies.
Nick Nolte had such a raging bender going that whole movie. He was drunk off his ass the whole time they were filming. I don't even know if he knew there was a movie being made. I'm sure in like 2006 he's like,
wait.
What? And they're like, Nick, you want to give us some thoughts about being in the Hulk? What are you talking about? You're in the Hulk movie. No, I wasn't. And then Ang Lee, Nick, I put the camera in front of your face and you said lines that I told you to say.
Shit.
Yeah, like, I'm sorry, that was a horrible accent. I don't even know if Ang Lee sounds remotely close to that, but that's practically it. They walk up with the camera and say, Nick, can you say this? Okay. And then they just do some CGI and make it look like he's in the scene with everyone else. He was in a dumpster. Like, he was gone. Alright, my number 1. Nicolas Cage, Matchstick Man. Nick Cage, Sam Rockwell. 2 really good actors. I'd like to give credit to the girl that played his daughter, but I don't know her name, so I'm sorry. But this movie, directed by Ridley Scott, I believe. Nick Cage is a con man. Him and Sam Rockwell, they're very good con men. They don't. It's not like some movies where it's like, yeah, I'm a con man, and then the rest of the movie, they're bumbling oafs like, no, I don't believe you. No, like, he looks very competent at what he does, and it's very well directed, acted. The plot, all the stuff that happens is very cool. I can't talk about it much because there's stuff I could spoil that I don't want to, but it's a very good movie. One of Nick Cage's best movies. I really enjoy it.
I have no comment.
Okay, you're number 1.
Men in Black, or not Men in Black, Bad Boys 2. Sorry about that.
Men in Black 2. Johnny Knoxville as the two-headed guy was just an Oscar-winning performance.
Wrong year though.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah. Bad Boys 2. Why do you like it? Because I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Bad Boys 2?
I saw the first one. It was
Oh
mediocre
my
bullshit.
god. I love Black Boys 2. He gets
Black
shot.
Boys 2. Yeah, Will Smith and my love. The black fellas, that's so funny. Bad Boys.
Sorry about that. I'm not trying to be racist at all. Bad Boys 2. Sorry.
Michael Bay.
Somebody gets shot in the ass. I love that. I mean, come on. They'd bust Ku Klux Klan and get shot in the ass.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go watch Bad Boys 2, and I'll tell you what I thought. I saw the first one. I thought it was mediocre bullshit with some shining moments. It was horribly written. He said number 2's good. A lot of people say number 2's good. I'll watch it. Black Boys 2.
And thus ends
the year 2003.
Why did I want to say 2013?
Because you're crazy. Oh, some other honorable mentions. Cat in the Hat. Okay, Mike Myers, as the Cat in the Hat, it's the same as Jim Carrey's The Grinch. You're gonna go with it or you don't. And both are bad in a way, but I see the good side of them. I see what they are, and I enjoy them for it. I like it. And Final Destination. Oh no, there's a couple more actually. Jeepers Creepers 2. The first one was pretty intense. This one, it goes to the more generic, alright, let's get these people in one place and they're going to get tormented by a killer. It's very confined. They're in a fucking bus the whole movie. Which you'd think would be more intense and thrilling than it is. It's not. But I still enjoy it with all the homoeroticism. It was funny.
Yeah.
Freaky Friday. Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis. I like Jamie Lee Curtis. I think her work in the last while has been pretty terrible. I mean, I don't want to watch half the stuff she makes, but I like her, Lindsay Lohan, though. It's a good thing they made this movie when they did. If they tried to make this movie like 6 months later, Lindsay would be in jail after doing coke while driving a bus backwards. And Final Destination 2. Comic Gold. I like it, and I think it's pretty funny. It almost made it on my list, I swear to God. If I hadn't seen Italian Job recently, it would have been Final Destination 2.
Yeah.
Oh, and also Holes. Shia LaBeouf, his first big movie besides Even Stevens. And the whole cast, Sigourney Weaver, Shia LaBeouf, and all those other guys that are digging holes with him. The premise is crazy. Alright, you stole a shoe. Alright,
pair of shoes.
Yeah, you stole a pair of shoes from a famous guy. Go dig holes in the desert. Yeah, I like it. So that was 2003. We'll see you next time for 2004. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, whatever. Yeah, bye.